top stories today.
Is the media's obsession with celebrity harmful to the young people of today? We examine the facts.
The focus on Rebecca Black has led to seriously damaging comments being made about the 14-year-old from new media. Is free speech always a good thing?
How the media has apparently led to a harmful teenage culture with celebrities being blamed for anorexia, rises in plastic surgery and teen suicide.
How Justin Bieber led a woman to receive death threats from those infected with Bieber fever.
But first, earlier I took a look at the examples some celebrities set today, how they compare to celebrities in the past, and how the media's obsession has prompted this change. Miley Cyrus is a relatively popular figure for the tween generation thanks to her role as the innocent teen pop sensation Hannah Montana in the Disney Channel programme of the same name. The series gave rise to a whole host of annoying nicknames of people named Hannah, much like myself. However, in recent years, her new wild child attitude has led to disturbing behaviour. I am here with their biggest fan, who has chosen to remain anonymous for the purpose of not being teased mercilessly for the rest of his life. So, Richard, how has Miley influenced children today?
Well, in the early days, she set a good example. Hannah Montana was a show deeply rooted in positive moral messages. Nowadays, however, she's engaged in more unsavoury acts. She now smokes, despite adamantly declaring she wouldn't in her autobiography called Miles to Go, of which I own a first edition signed copy. And at the Nickelodeon Teen Choice Awards, the show aimed at 9 to 12-year-olds, she danced on a stripper pole. But as she herself says in one of her songs, nobody's perfect, and I still love her. All the people who say she's promiscuous and bad at dancing are obviously just jealous of her perfect life.
Well, a pressing issue indeed, but surely she has the right to act her own way. After all, she's got as much right to dance on that pole as I do.
Well, none of us are denying we enjoy you dancing on a stripper pole, James. But Miley has also recently been described as the John Lennon of our generation. Do you really think it's fit to describe someone as annoying as her, similar to somebody who wrote songs calling for peace?
Well, they both did drugs.
I guess we'll have to agree to disagree.
In other news, there has been building worry from parents over the last few years that celebrity culture is encouraging teenagers into anorexia, bulimia, plastic surgery and other self-destructive behaviour.
Statistics show that from a very young age, children, especially girls, are very conscious of their image. An American study has recently found that 42% of first and third grade girls want to be thinner. The same study also found that 81% of 10-year-olds are afraid of being fat.
This shows that we need to provide better role models for children. We sent out Harriet to investigate.
I'm here in a local school where the children are feeling the effects of the media's powerful influence. As Hannah just said, a recent survey found that a high percentage of young children wish they were thinner, when in fact they were a perfectly healthy weight and far below the age where it's natural to worry about these things. Here at Noon Break, we have decided to find out why. One pupil here, who wishes to remain anonymous, told us,
I see famous women like Rihanna and Katy Perry on TV. They have perfect bodies, so I think, shouldn't I have one too? I always go on diets.
I'm joined here by a teacher at the school, Mr. Peter Farrell, who has been looking closely at the young girls in his classes and over the course of the past 20 years has noticed certain differences. So, Mr. Farrell, what have you found?
Well, girls no longer seem happy the way they are and instead crave to be thinner, better looking and more attractive. They do this by wearing more accessories and making slight modifications to the school uniform in order to stand out from the crowd. What these girls don't realise is that they're perfect the way they are. I wish they would stop trying to be something they're not. Ooh, children.
Interesting ideas there, Peter. In many examples, girls turn to eating disorders like anorexia and bulimia, and this is partially due to the influence of the media. Did you know that most eating disorders begin by the age of 13? If we can provide better role models for these children, we can ensure that they do not feel unnecessarily pressured into extreme circumstances. One thing's for sure, something has to change. In 2005, a survey was carried out on 2,000 girls to investigate the effects celebrities in the media were having on them. I pass you over now to our trusty statistics girl, Shauna, who has searched the results of this investigation in depth. What exactly have you found then, Shauna?
A survey was carried out in 2005 where 2,000 young girls were questioned. The average age of these girls was 14. As this pie chart shows, a shocking 70% of the girls would be much happier if they lost half a stone. 15% thought they were very unattractive, 7% said they were young, and only 8% were happy with their bodies. Also, in the survey, more than half of the girls' mothers worried or moaned about their child's weight. Another shocking result suggests that 25% of the girls asked had suffered from an eating disorder. When asked overall, 1/3 of the girls thought they were unattractive, and another third thought they were attractive and beautiful. Some people believe that celebrity images are to blame, as they put pressure on girls to try and look like them to be beautiful. Out of the 2,000 girls questioned, 2/3 of them believed that celebrities were to blame. Celebrities who were thought to have the best bodies include J-Lo, Beyoncé and Britney. Girls also feel pressure that they should look perfect like celebrities for their boyfriends who rarely like them. And when they look to their mothers for guidance, they only see an older generation who go to the same problem.
Shauna Gooch there with some interesting, if not shocking, statistics.
Celebrities are also being blamed for the recent rise of teenage suicide rates. Bands like My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy and Paramore have been criticised for the new emo culture. But what is emo? Emo originated in the mid-80s in Washington DC and was pioneered by bands such as Rites of Spring and Embrace. Nowadays, however, emo is stereotyped as teenagers who wear skinny jeans, band t-shirts with long straightened hair covering one or both eyes, who are emotionally unstable and indulge in self-harm. This stereotype mainly came about after 13-year-old student Hannah Bond, who was described as a model pupil, killed herself just 2 hours after showing her father cuts on her arm that she described as her emo initiation. The coroner, Roger Seitz, feared that Bond's emo lifestyle glamorized suicide before suggesting that her obsession with My Chemical Romance was linked to her death. Bond's mother said of the band's music, "Their lyrics seem to be associated with depression and self-harm, and I feel shocked when I listen to them." Following the inquest, articles in The Sun and music magazine NME spoke about how the band were the reason behind the teenager's death, leading to a backlash by fans, with protests outside the offices of NME and the Daily Mail. The news follows a shocking report that the number of children admitted to hospital due to their self-inflicted injuries has increased in the past couple of years, from 11,982 admissions to 15,955. Are a band whose lyrics include "I am not afraid to keep on living, I am not afraid to walk this world alone" be responsible for such a rise? Or is the media's obsession with celebrities and making mountains out of molehills the kind of thing to blame?
There you have it. The effect of media can vary greatly depending on the subject matter, but does the effect it has on people depend on who's exposed to it?
Harriet Brown there with a very interesting report. It must be said that celebrities cannot be entirely blamed for this effect on teenagers, because mostly it's the media's obsession with them that is highlighting what is seen as a bad influence.
Justin Bieber now, and we sent Harriet out to get some opinions on the teenage pop star.
It's safe to say the Beliebers are indeed a very loyal bunch, but this isn't necessarily always such a positive thing. At the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards, up-and-coming jazz star Esperanza Spalding took home the award for Best New Artist, beating the likes of Florence and the Machine, Drake and Mumford & Sons. Also in the category was expected winner Justin Bieber, who was upset not to have won, but showed good sportsmanship later on when he congratulated Spalding on his succession. Unfortunately, his fans weren't as kind. Despite all the hard work and talent that rightfully earned her the award, she was abused from the media, with many Beliebers hacking her Wikipedia page to vent their unnecessary frustration. Most notably, her middle name was altered to Quesadilla, and her bio included the comment, "Justin Bieber deserved it, go die in a hole, who the heck are you anyway?" And this isn't all. Many Beliebers moved over to Twitter to post their anger, with one crazed fan writing, "Esperanza Spalding, congrats, you're the #1 most hated Best New Artist of the Year, go die," whilst another simply tweeted, "I'm going to murder Esperanza Spalding." Beliebers have also likened the Canadian star to late 90s rock star Kurt Cobain. An article on BuzzFeed.com listed the top 10 ways in which they were similar, with my personal favourites being they both have bangs, they both have middle names beginning with D, and they both yawn sometimes. I asked some pupils at Helston High School their thoughts on the teen star.
The only way that Justin Bieber being like Kurt Cobain could be a good thing is if he killed himself.
Justin Bieber is an outrage to society. Music died the day he came into it.
Justin Bieber sucks.
I love Justin Bieber and I think his hair is amazing.
Just wonder, if the media weren't so obsessed with the teenage star, would Esperanza Spalding have been treated in such a way? And would this lame pop star with a stupid haircut be compared to one of the greatest lyricists of all time, Harriet Brown, Need Brick?
I bring you now to our closing story. Back in March of this year, a 13-year-old Rebecca Black released what has been deemed as the worst song ever made in The Formal Friday, an infectious pop tune. The song went on to receive millions of views on YouTube, but also over 3 million dislikes on the site, amassing 87% of the video's total ratings.
Wow, it must have been really terrible to surpass Justin Bieber.
Indeed, but the criticism didn't just stop here. Many viewers did more than just dislike the video. They added in their own comment to truly show Miss Black exactly what they thought of her. Whereas some people simply told her she couldn't sing, others felt it was necessary to post far more hurtful comments, such as this one, which reads, "I hope you cut yourself, and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty, and I hope you go cut and die." Several people went to the extreme of sending personal death threats to the girl shortly after the song had been released, causing the police to take interest in the safety of the then 13-year-old. With sites like YouTube, Twitter and Facebook available, people are free to say whatever they want. People like Rebecca Black just aren't safe. Even though the power of the media can pave the way for many overnight sensations like Black, this approach surely hinders more than it helps.
It's hard being in the public eye. Sometimes you just have to suck it up. I guess this just isn't her moment to be a person of interest.
I see you're not a Friday fan then.
I'm more of a Saturday girl, if I'm honest.
So Shauna, just what exactly is the proportion of people to her who like her than to those that don't?
Received when the video was released, a massive 76% are in favour of the teen pop star being bullied in such a way. An online poll showed that this percentage of voters agreed that the comments made about both Black and her debut song were justified and weren't too harsh, compared to a collection of just 24% of people who felt that what was being said was far too severe and should in no way be expressed towards someone of such an age. After several months, the video was removed from YouTube on the 16th of June before being personally re-uploaded by Black herself exactly 3 months later. By 14th of November, the video had amassed another 6 million views to its previous 167 million. At this point, the song had obtained 52,835 likes against 157,647 dislikes.
Some good statistics there, Shauna.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Join us tomorrow when it's Thursday,
And Friday comes afterwards.
when we will be discussing the positive influence Lady Gaga has had on the meat industry, how Jedward saved a cat from a tree using only their hair, and the Sugar Babes reveal their 21st lineup. See you then. Goodbye.
Farewell.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.